Hello everyone, I'm back with another thrift store haul. I have items in this video from a couple of different thrift hauls. I found a bag of items from March of this year, so I'm obviously still trying to get caught up on things. And then there are also a few items in here from, they call it an estate sale, but I think they're really just leftovers from estate sales. So, but I did pick some items up. I got a couple of items from that pickup at 25% off, and then I went back the next day and went and got a few more items and picked those items up for 50% off. So I'll try to remember the amount that I paid for those, and I do have a receipt from the March haul. So I'll get the light box cleared out and we'll get started. Thanks. Okay, so as usual, I'm starting out the light box haul with the breakable items, just so I can get those out of the way. And the first two items are a set of salt and pepper shakers. They're turkeys and they're ceramic, and they do have salt and pepper in them. So I will be emptying these out and getting these cleaned out. They don't look very old to me, but I would definitely say they're vintage. Looks like this guy's got a little bit of a chip right here on his tail, but I don't think that's too bad. I did pay, so these were marked for the set, but I did get them on half off. And I was just looking at the plastic stoppers, and okay, so the bottom says Brad Keeler, so I'll have to look that up. So I paid $2 for the pair of them. The stoppers, they look to me a little bit of an older style, and I was thinking maybe from the 50s or 60s, but with that name Brad Keeler, and there might even be a number like 199 there that I will research and look up. But I was thinking that maybe these were from the 80s, just with that stopper, maybe the 70s. But I'll take a look at these. I thought they would be good for Thanksgiving, but I didn't pick them up until after Thanksgiving. These were some items from like an estate sale, after sale. It's kind of like they group everything up, I think, that they have left, and open a storage unit, and they sell items. So I did get this set from that sale. And overall, I didn't see any major cracks or chips or breaks, just that small one on the tail, which I'll disclose. But I like the color. There's some green and yellow and orange and brown, and then the red turkey head, and kind of like an olive green color in the tail feathers. So, and the salt is really full on this one. So, and the other one was the pepper. So yeah, I'll get these cleaned out, get them cleaned up, and probably list these for about 14 to 18. Just depends on what I come back with in my research. But they're a cute pair. They'd be nice on a Thanksgiving Day table, but again, they probably won't sell for a year out, but that's okay. I am a long tail seller, so as soon as I get these cleaned up, I will get those listed. And this little angel, I picked up this angel, and I think this is meant to be like a little candle holder. It looks like there is wax in there that I'll try to clean out, but it's so tiny, I can't imagine what that's for. So I can't remember if I paid 50 cents or if she was half off. And then here's the Global, the West Germany mark, and then there's a number like maybe 7356 or 0 or something. So I'll research what the numbers are and how old that mark is. And it looks like maybe there's some other type of mark down here, but I'm not sure. But I didn't see any damage, and I do like her color. She looks older. I mean, I would think she's probably 60s or 70s older. Vintage for sure. So maybe like 15 to 20 for her. It just depends on comps and what I'm seeing. But, and you know, again, this I believe is out of the Hummel line, but it might just be just a global angel. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's what it is just a global angel. And I think when I did research on something similar, that was probably 2 or 3 years ago. I think something like this was selling for 30. So again, I'll just do some research. I'll try to figure out what this little holder is for, and see if I can get a good comp on her. So I know it's not great, but maybe 15 to 30 for her. But I'm thinking she's probably going to be closer to like the $15 to $20 range. She looks like she's singing with her little accordion. The face is really sweet, and the hairstyle, it's like a 1920s or 30s pixie cut. It's really cute. Okay. And then I did pick up, I can't remember if I showed these or not already, but I did pick up this pair of candlestick holders, and I didn't research these yet. They're ceramic pottery, and they do need to be cleaned up quite a bit. They were marked 8 for the set, but I paid 4. But I really need to watch what I'm picking up a little bit closer. But I remember the lighting in this place was not great. It was kind of a soft lighting, and so there's crazing on these, which I'll go ahead and disclose in the listing. I do need to clean them up. I don't see any major breaks or cracks in the glaze, other than the crazing. But like I said, I will disclose that. They're nice, soft, like a semi-matte. And they do have a $9.39 on the bottom. This one has a little bit. I don't know if that's just yeah, that probably is a chip, but at least it's on the bottom, so I'll list that. And it's just a chip in the glaze, but there's more crazing. You can see the crazing on the bottom here. So I was thinking that maybe these are Hager, but they're a nice, soft, creamy, vanilla color. But obviously I'll get these cleaned up. And there was a bowl there that the bottom of the bowl didn't have the same marks as this one did, but it would have gone very nicely with it. Oh yeah, and this one has a little bit of chipping in the glaze as well. So I'll just note that in my listing. And with the crazing and everything, I can probably get about 18 to 20 for these without the crazing. If they were in a little bit better shape, I probably could have been more closer into the $28 to $30 range. So, but that's okay. I think they're still nice. There's no major damage on these, and some people do really like the crazing, and you know, the cottage look, I think. And this could even get into like the 20s or 30s. Not necessarily Art Deco, but maybe Art Nouveau style. So those will be fine. I'll just get those cleaned up. Okay. All right. And then I did pick up this piece. This was at the more recent estate sale, after estate sale, half off, and it is it's marked made in the Philippines, and I think it's this shell, like pea shell, that's been probably either hand painted or maybe there's a transfer on this. I'm not really sure. It looks maybe more like it's hand painted. And then it has this one's kind of nice because it's not just the standard sun catcher. It's on a base, and it has some beading on it. And I probably paid like $2 or $3 for this with the half off, so it was probably like $6 to $8 originally. I took the sticker off already, so I can't remember what it was listed for. But I think that'll probably sell for about 15 to 18, probably closer to the $18 range for this one, just because of the hummingbird and the flower. And I do like I said, that it's on the stand. I think that's a little bit different than just, you know, the window hanger style that you normally see. Okay, and then I found a bag from a Goodwill that I go to. It's about 2 hours away, you know, and I usually make like a weekend out of it. And in that Goodwill bag, I spent about $27, $28. But I do have this vintage Hanes Her Way ladies underwear. I'm looking for a date on these. Made in Salvador. 1997. Yep. So they are vintage. They're about 27, 28 years old now. And this was a larger size, if I remember correctly. Yeah, size 10, so like a 46 to 47 hip. And they're still sealed in the package, so I think I haven't looked up comps, but I think I can probably get about 30 for this pack. This is a 6-pair pack. And I think they do sell these in the store, like at Walmart. I've seen them in the store. I did pay $1.99 for these, but not a bad pickup for something that I can probably sell for about $30, I think, 28 to 30. Okay. And then this is another item from that same Goodwill that I picked up. It's a Harry Potter wallet, and it looks like it's brand new. And I paid a lot for this. I paid $7.99. I probably paid more than what I should have. But it does have the tags on it. And I don't see an original retail price for it. But you know, it's a little wristlet wallet, and it's a cell phone case on the inside, and then you have slots for your driver's license or photo ID, and then credit cards or other cards that you carry with you. But hopefully I can get like 20 to 30 for this, but it's probably closer to the $20 mark. And I picked up, okay, so this haul, I was looking on the receipt, and this haul was from March. So I was trying to figure out why I picked these up. But they're marked $3.99, and it's 7 days of scary socks, except I'm missing the Monday socks. So there's The Conjuring, Annabelle, The Exorcist, Friday the 13th types of socks. So I'll look these up and see if they're going to be worth keeping together or just splitting apart. This one has a creepy clown on it, so I'll see. $16.99 originally for the 7 pairs, so I don't know if I can get 15 for the rest of them. That'd be fine. If not, I'll just split them out and just sell them for like $2 to $3 a piece. Either way, you know, with 6 pairs, I can get 12 to 14 maybe, if I just sell them separately. And then this is going to be kind of difficult to show, but this is a swimsuit top, just the top. I like the quality. It's nice. Or no, actually this is a one piece. Sorry. This is a one piece. I got another one that's just the top. But it has padding. It's well lined. I like the colors, and it is Shade and Shore extra large. And this was I was thinking this was a Target tag, but maybe not. Def Salve, I don't know what that is. But originally it was, oh yeah, here's Target.com. Okay. So originally it was $40. Usually when you see these tickets, I think they're like clearance items. So if I can sell it for $18 to $30, that'd be great. But I'll look it up and see if I can find what the Shade and Shore typically sell for. And again, I do pick up items off season, so that's obviously, we're in December right before Christmas right now, so we're definitely off season for that. Okay, so I have a set of napkins. They're cloth napkins, and I paid, let me see if this was on the receipt. Yeah, it looks like I paid, I think, $2.99 for these. Yeah, which is what the tag is showing. There's 5 linen napkins, and they're a nice Hawaiian tropical theme. And when I looked at these, I saw this, the tag, Made in Hawaii, Kahala Creations. And I don't think they're bark cloth. My guess is they're probably just like a cotton blend or poly blend. But I'll look these up just to make sure. I think, to me, bark cloth is usually a little bit thicker and softer. These almost feel like a cotton blend, so... but I do like the pattern. There's some greens and yellows and this burnt orangish red color, and just a nice, somewhat neutral palette that can go with any table setting. I wish there were 6, but there's only 5. Either way, I can probably sell those for about $30 to $38. And then I probably shouldn't have picked this up, but that's okay. So this was marked 12 and I paid 6, and this is a child's leather belt, and it's well worn and it has some tooling on it, and then the back of it is beaded, and you have like maybe a canoe and maybe like a bow and arrow and Thunderbird, and but this is where you start to see some issues with the beading. So there is it's coming loose from the leather. It has lost some beading, and same thing with here. There's another spot, so, and maybe even here a little bit, probably where the belt loop rubbed a little bit. And it has just a real little cheap base metal buckle on it. And let me see if this snaps. Oh yeah, so it does snap open, so you can change the buckle out if you want. Oh, yeah, good snap still. But the leather is really worn, and it's even cracked right here. And there's the pup. What's the matter? So, I thought I'd just list this for like 15 to 18 and just see. There's some whip stitching on it. And thought I'd just see if somebody wants to pick it up as like a craft piece, or if they want to make some items, some jewelry items out of it, maybe like a bracelet or something. So we'll see. I'll go ahead and list that and see what I can do. Just really kind of fell in love with the fact that it's a child's belt and it had beading on it. Okay. Get some of that dust and fluff out. Not sure what's wrong with the pup. She probably wants out of the room. Okay. So also at the estate sale leftovers, I found this little baggie of a couple different portraits. It was marked for $2, so I paid $1. This one's faded, but it is on a thicker cardstock, and it says taken July 1895, I think is what that says. 22 years, 9 months, which is interesting for an age. But I just really liked the shape of the card stock that the photo's on. And it looks like she has like a cape on with maybe, I don't know if that's flowers, maybe like a little corsage or something in the front. And then I also have this guy, and he's also on a thicker cardstock. And I just liked him because the picture is pretty clear. I like the shape of it, and I like the clothing that he's wearing. So I'll just do some research, but for these I think I could probably sell, this is a little bit larger one, maybe 18 for this one, and maybe like 14 to 15 for the smaller one, because she's also faded. So really neat. Just thought those were interesting. They had some other photos there that I went through, but didn't really find much else that I liked. And they had some paper. I probably should have picked up some of the paper, but okay. So then I have this stack of cards, and then I have a second stack. These are like, you know, your fortune teller cards. Usually these sell fairly well. I do need to go through and count these and just make sure that all of these are here in this bag. There isn't a box for these, so they were marked 8, paid 4 because I got these half off, and these are an Egyptian style, so maybe I can get 20. Usually these cards will sell fairly high, surprisingly. You know, I would normally think I could get like 30 to 40 for this stack of cards, but without the box and the instructions, it's probably going to be more like 20. And then I have this set, which is in a really dirty looking box. These are made in Hong Kong, so these are vintage. So I'll try to get that box cleaned up and see. But these are marked for 10, and I paid 5 for those. Again, I'll just count through these and just make sure that I have all of them. And these are kind of even, they feel like they're sticking together a little bit, so I don't even think these were used very much, even though the box looks pretty well beat up. The cards inside are in really good shape, but there are no instructions again, so you know, I'll see if I can find the cards online, and then if I can print out instructions to identify, you know, what's the Queen of Swords, you know, or if there's some universal identification, then I will include that. But for this set, I'm thinking I can probably get about 30 to 35, since I do have the box on these. Maybe a little bit more if I can get the instructions printed and included. And I think I'm down to the last few items, so I can see what the pup wants. She probably wants to go outside. Trying to get these cards put away safely. Okay, so this is a set of, I think they're litho prints. So they're dated 1943. Okay, so I'm going to try this again. So this is a set of litho prints, and the front of it says Scenic Grandeur of the West. And then there's like a train, a guy on a horse, maybe two guys on horses, an airplane, and then there's like a Southwest design. And then there's a pencil mark for $22.50. So I don't know, maybe that was the original price. And this is marked 12, so I paid $6. And it says the folio contains 16 colored views of points of interest along Southern Pacific lines. These attractive views are suitable for framing. And there's a 1943 copyright, the National Color Press. And then within the folder, I was going to count, see how many there really are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I counted 15, but some of them were sticking together, so maybe I'll go back through and just double check, but hopefully there's 16. So here's one of them that says San Joaquin Daylight on Tehachapi Loop, Southern Pacific Lines. So I think, and then there's a train that's coming around. So I think these could actually sell pretty well. The Wawona Tunnel Tree Mariposa Grove Yosemite National Park. I've probably seen this, if it's still standing, because I lived in California for quite a few years and went to Yosemite quite a few times. Here's the Daylight Limited, San Francisco and Los Angeles. So Streamer, City of San Francisco, Crossing Salt Lake. So a lot of these look like they're train. Scenic Views, Cypress Point, Monterey, and most of them look like they're in or around California or the West. Half Dome from Glacier Point in Yosemite. And they have, I don't know, it's like a really cool color. They're kind of like I don't know what you call it. They're a little bit off color, and I don't think it's because they're faded or damaged. I think it's just how they were printed. This is Yosemite Falls, Yosemite National Park. It's almost like they were hand-colored type of look. Oh, here's Giant Cactus, Arizona, which I think is a saguaro cactus. Here's Palm Springs, California, which is interesting because the pool looks green, but again, I think it's just that coloration that they did on these. Union Station, Los Angeles, which I've probably seen that as well. That looks really familiar. Oil wells near Santa Barbara. I don't think I've seen that. San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge. Yes, I've seen that. I've driven across it. It's almost like a sepia tone, but with some blues and greens in there. It's really, I don't know, it's really interesting the way they did these. Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco. Been over that several times. Roosevelt Dam in Arizona. I think, is that the dam coming out of like the Grand Canyon? Or on your way to the Grand Canyon? Here's Homes of Ancient Cliff Dwellers in Arizona. There's a name for this. One of these that I've seen that's really big and popular. Carlsbad Caverns, New Mexico. Been there half a dozen times probably, mostly as a child, when I lived in New Mexico. So, all right. So how many ever that was, whether it's 15 or 16, I'm not sure. But hopefully I'll look these up and see what those can sell for, and hopefully I can get 30 or more for those. And again, they're probably worth more altogether, but I'll just look up comps and just make sure what the comps are coming out to. Okay, and then I think I'm down to a few items in a bag, and I don't even remember where I got this, but this is a book. It's called Indians of Yesterday. I wonder if I got this in Butte. So this is marked $2.25. So I'm sure I probably paid $2.25 for this one. Christmas 1949 is on the inside. And the copyright is 1940. So, and then there are some colored illustrations on the inside. So I think I may have picked that up with the intent of crafting, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape. So I might just keep that intact. here is a print for $2. I probably paid $1 for this, and I think I picked this up in a thrift store. So after the vintage markets, ran out to a couple of thrift shops, and I think there's a thrift shop about 45 minutes out of town, and I probably picked this one up. And there's it's probably a print, but this is probably just a printed signature on the bottom of T.L. Prevost. But I do like the frame. It's in this bamboo style. It needs to be cleaned up and probably have some oil put on it. But it, you know, it looks like it's probably from the 60s, maybe. It is nailed in on the back. So, you know, not really high quality, but yeah, I would say probably 60s on that one. And paid $2, but I can probably get about, yeah, this, here's another one. Here's the match to it. Yeah, so I did pay $2 for this one as well. And just another bouquet. Now this one, I can see it says copyright by Sydney Lucas, New York City, made in USA. Prevost again, number 503. So $2 on this one, and the frame is a little bit different. It still has that bamboo look, but not exactly the same, which is kind of nice. And this one's nailed in as well, so I can probably sell the set of those for $30 then. And I paid, they were marked for $2, but I think this, I may have gotten these half off. So either, you know, $2 to $4 for the set. But okay, so that's all finally that I have for this haul. And just wanted to say thank you for joining me. Here's my little mascot, my Raku Dragonfly mascot, because my store on eBay is Blue Dasher Dragonfly. So please check out some of these items. I'll try to get them listed and get photos, get them listed, get them comped, cleaned up, and try to get these out as quick as I can. But just want to say thanks for joining me. I am getting another video out for my hauls right now. The video is compressing, so hopefully I can get that loaded up today. But otherwise, thanks for joining me, and hope you have a good day. Alrighty, bye-bye.